All right, I am taking requests, and somebody requested a tour of Leviathan. So here we are in the parking lot, and I'll take you on a little tour. That's our limousine, which when you get to the foot passenger ferry pier, hopefully we'll pick you up in that. Big truck. To do a lot of construction going on in the winters when Mark does all the work, and I'm here early helping out. Tractor, painted car, bunch of pallets, painted doors, and this is the gate. This is the entrance to Leviathan. I'll just shut that. All right, this has recently been this is being turned into a garden for raspberries, so it's a bunch of soil right now. Forest. That's like the storage kitchen down there. Lots of trees. We're doing lots of gardening. This is more soil where we're going to plant wildflowers. Outdoor sink. Outdoor barbecue. This is what I'm super excited about. So it's all soil right now, but I have spent the last couple of weeks creating all these. I mean, I started last summer, but these are all for wildflowers. This is our like outdoor lounge area. So in another month, it's all going to be abloom with the butterflies and hummingbirds and whatnot. Today, I was getting to help buck up and clear some trees that were dying, and a lot more light gets through now, which is awesome for the garden. That is Leviathan from the outside. There's lots of little touches. I mean, it's all very rustic and primitive here, but I like things like this. Old wood stove. That's now a planter. The door. Now everything's a construction zone right now, but that changes when people start arriving. This is where all the food gets cooked. So proper old school wood stove. I think it's made by the Amish. I mean, it's a new old school wood stove. Our very rustic kitchen where all the food gets made and dishes gets washed. These are the dining tables. This dining table right now is obviously a more like a workbench for tools, but that changes. Dishes and the studio. It's kind of hard to believe it exists. We have a gong. Of course you need a gong. There's various beds around, so people that come to the retreats, people often claim an indoor bed. Everybody else camps. There's a couple of cabins you can rent, or you can for a fee. Mark's got some big deluxe tents that you can put a mattress in, and this is it. This is Leviathan Studio. And what you can't really see in the video is it's a sprung floor, so the whole floor is built on top of tires, and you don't really notice at first, but because it's got such a spring to it, your feet and your knees don't get tired the way they would on a more solid floor. So it's like a ballet dance floor. And what I've seen is people play forever here when I do a poi retreat, just for hours and hours and hours. And I don't even know if they know why, but I do. It's because their feet don't get tired. So it's just the most awesome floor I've ever done a poi event at. When people are here, we pull some more couches and cushions around. This is our wood stove, super cozy. Last year, I built this platform, which is our other lounge area and movie watching area. Super nice. There's some more couple more beds will be set up back there. Ow. Da-da-da. And big wood pile. I've done a lot of work here. I split all this wood and carried all the wood from all over the property, bucked it up, split it up, because I had a vision of employer retreats where we're all snug around a wood stove. And lo and behold, that's exactly what it's been like the last 2 years. And it's so nice. So this is the inside studio. That's water. Comes through a good quality filter. Put my shoes back on. Let's see, up here. I've been doing a lot of gardening. Oof. This is what I call the upper garden. Ooh, quite a large garden. I planted various vegetables, radishes and lettuce and beans, cauliflower. Then I also sprinkled wildflowers. So I'll let the vegetables and the wildflowers duke it out. See who wins, see what happens. Outdoor seating area. When it gets hot in the summer, people sit up there often. Although our new lounge area draws a lot of people now. Outhouses. That's what you got. Outhouses. It's very rustic here. They're super artsy though, and nice artwork. So you have to watch your step because everything's very it's nature. It's you're living kind of like half in the forest when you're here. So this is the last garden I've been working on. Doesn't look like much right now. Bunch of soil, but it's going to be more wildflowers. My idea is bees and hummingbirds. Lots of bees and butterflies and hummingbirds buzzing and fluttering all around the studio. So last year's project, I asked Mark if I could build a cabin because I wanted to build a cabin. And I always like this spot here. So I built this cabin. It's by the pond. It's pretty cool. Pretty cozy. Oh, it's pretty messy. I'm slob. Get some. Let's see. It's got a nice here. I'll show you the lighting system. I've got an LED strip, and I put the bottles on top of the LEDs so it all lights up all nice. So this is all off-grid. The whole island is off-grid. So there's solar panels all over the place. There's solar panels down there and the solar panels up there. And Mark, somebody donated a lot of solar panels that were being decommissioned. So he took a big truck and went and got them all. That's the cabin that Mark built. This is the wood pile that I've been working on. Next year's wood. And this is a forest. Lasqueti Island is mostly forest. That's the last cabin up there. Those are free-range chickens doing chicken things. Hello, chickens! That's basically their indoor chicken coop space, but the door's open so they can come and go as they please. It's very, I mean, it's a rugged here, as you can see. It's always a work in progress. This is the vegetable garden. I have not been very involved with this. But it's currently a lot of kale that's overrunning the whole garden. But in the coming month, tender loving care will be put into that garden. Whee! Big long pond, as you can see. That's a really nice area. It gets sun all afternoon, so this whole area is where people hang out and sunbathe. Shower. I really like this trail. So it's a big property, and there's always trees falling down or trees that are dying and have to be cut down so they don't fall on somebody and kill them. Part of what I get to do is to help take down and mill up the trees. Most of Leviathan is built with the wood from the property, and whenever possible, wood that had to come down anyway. But it's pretty much all been built with materials right here. Over there is a portable sawmill that I was getting to use last summer. That cabin I built, I sawed the wood myself. I made all those boards. So this is like a dorm. There's a few beds up there. Don't expect too much. It's very primitive, like I say. But there's a few mattresses up there. This is the sauna. Lots of wood. They run the sauna a lot in the summer. Oof. This is the foyer. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. Probably not. So in there is a sauna. But you can't see it because it's dark. Oof. And last but not least, the outdoor shower. It's pond water. Everything, we had a weird amount of pollen this year. I think the cedar trees gave off a huge amount of pollen for some reason. So everything has like a layer of yellow dust on it, including the ponds. It doesn't always have that film on top. But I like the spot. You can sit here, watch the water bugs and listen to the birds. Yeah, so that's Leviathan. There's a lot of reasons I like it here. The center of it all is definitely that dance floor because it's just epic. I try not to use that word too much, but that dance floor, that studio, is just the ultimate place to play poi. I've done retreats. This year will be the 7th year. I don't know how many people we'll be able to have here this year because of pandemic. But if nothing else, a few friends will be able to come. We're hoping we can have more people, but time will tell. So you're welcome to send me an email to know whether it's happening or not. And I don't know if it'll happen anymore. I love it. But I never get enough people to make really. I don't make any money from it. I mean, I make a little bit, but not enough where I can keep having my whole life revolving around it unless I can find some other job where I have the flexibility to take time off for things like this. But I've been getting stressed out about money the last years, and I need to make some big life decisions and figure out how to take better care of myself that way. So Leviathan may or may not continue, depending on how I start solving some of my life decision things. So we'll see. But hopefully something happens this summer, and we'll see what the future brings. But this has been a pretty special place, big part of my life the last 7 years. And if I do it this year and next year, those are probably your chances to come and enjoy it with me. But we'll see. It was miserable to get here. I had to go through days in airports and then quarantine in a tiny Airbnb in Vancouver, and it's all a lot of stress. But I have to admit, now that I'm here, it was a pretty good decision to get myself here. It's just a little lonely. It's just me and Mark and a random guy who's been showing up in the background of my videos. But hopefully he's gone now. Okay, I'll report again soon with